Yo, what is up, everybody? So it's been about a week since me and Dale have been on. We've had conflicting schedules. We're going to work it out. It's going to be just fine. We're going to get back to regular programming with adversity betting and other funny topics as well. But even though we're in the dead of summer right now, specifically for media as well, you see a lot of the big names taking vacation right now. We don't like to sleep. There was a lot of stuff that happened this week that I just wanted to go down and kind of just talk about. Dale will be back soon. I'm using his studio, his excellent lighting. I'm not in my shit-ass kitchen. So just a couple things really fast. So the NBA Finals are going on. The Phoenix Suns in 4, baby! So the Suns are taking care of business, and I think that's what we expected, especially with a hampered Giannis. Now, we haven't talked about it in a while, but Giannis was able to make a comeback somehow. He went like full Adrian Peterson and had this disgusting, cartoonish-looking injury to his knee, and it turns out no structural damage. So he worked around the clock and decided to come back and play. Now, he did have a pretty stellar performance in games 1 and 2, but it wasn't enough. So the Suns are going to head to Milwaukee. They're going to play on Sunday and try to make it Suns in 4. I don't think so. I'm going to probably bet on Milwaukee to take that first game at home, but good signs for Giannis. On the other side, Chris Paul, his first finals in his career. I think this is what he's been playing for. And you have Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. So look, I threw some money on Devin Booker and DeAndre to win the Finals MVP. Now, we're going to see how what's going to happen in Milwaukee. Is it going to be the Giannis takeover because he's going to have a couple more days of rest now? I'm honestly surprised. I think Dale would agree as well. No one really expected him to play. When we were talking about betting odds going into the series, everyone said, yo, Giannis doesn't have a knee. That's going to completely sway the odds, and everyone leaned and sent all their money to Phoenix. Now, they played him competitively. I still see him in 5. That's what I had bet, so I'm hoping that's going to be the thing. So that's Sunday. The match. So golf, we have the Open coming up. Some guy took a club out of Rory McIlroy's bag this morning, which is hilarious. Because they just, in the video, no one was doing anything except just standing there. And then we're in this downtime, so we're getting ready for the Open, but earlier this week on a Tuesday, like, why the fuck was there a golf match on a Tuesday in the middle of the day when everyone was working? I guess they had to pick it on a day, and it was on the same day as game 1 of the finals, so everyone kind of knew, am I going to watch Devin Booker in the NBA and the Phoenix Suns, or am I going to watch the match? Some of us did before it started, so for those of you that don't know, it was Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson versus Bryson DeChambeau and Aaron Rodgers. There was a couple things that I took from this, right? So one, everyone wants to know, is Aaron Rodgers still playing? He basically just sidestepped everyone on that question, including Brian Anderson and Larry Fitzgerald and Charles Barkley, and said, you know what, I'm just enjoying my time. I'm focusing on my mental health. Yeah, he's focusing on that for sure. He has the full flow going right now, a little salt and pepper look. So will Aaron play with the Packers this year? I don't know yet. I really don't know. It just seemed like he's not engaged whatsoever. Then again, it is the beginning of July, and I hope everyone had a safe 4th of July, speaking of it, because last weekend was crazy. And the funniest thing, this is why I wish Dale was on camera, but I'll kind of spoil it because we'll talk about it next week because it'd still be relatively fresh. I went pretty hard and took the role of Dale and completely blacked out, and it was an absolute blast. On the other hand, Dale slept all through the 4th of July. So that's honestly impressive and how he pulled that off. But back to the match anyway. So it was a couple days after. Bryson DeChambeau is just like any other uncle or dad at your barbecue during the summer where he rattles off a multitude of jokes and none of them stick. I really feel that, I gave him a really hard time. I respect his game for sure. I could definitely see why Brooks Koepka makes fun of him all the time because he had what seemed like a streamline of jokes that he seemingly ran out of. You had Phil Mickelson, who never stopped talking the entire time and actually took longer than DeChambeau setting up a shot, which is interesting because you get both perspectives. You see how he approaches every shot, which everyone wants, while at the same time he sounds like a YouTube instructor breaking down every little bit. And Aaron Rodgers is a pretty good golfer, so again, what are the biggest things? Bryson DeChambeau has horrible jokes. Tom Brady is like the rest of us when it comes to golf. He has at least one shank every 8 shots, so I feel a little more comfy. And in terms of Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if he's going to play this year. Is he going to go and just host Jeopardy? Maybe. I mean, that might be his prerogative. I don't know. Quick shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning as well. They have repeated as Stanley Cup champions. I guess you saw that stupid moniker across the internet. Now that Tom Brady's in the area, Tampa Bay is just a title town. They beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl in February. They won the NHL bubble title last year, and then they repeated this year with a full real season. Good for them. They took on the Montreal Canadiens. As Dale says, they're going to get the participation trophies in the mail later this week. You saw that anyways. I think I was talking about wherever Tom Brady goes, he just seems to win. He grew up in the Bay Area, and the 49ers were a dynasty, and the Giants and A's both won World Series. He then goes to the Detroit metropolitan area for college and goes to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and the Detroit Pistons win a title, and you also have the Michigan Wolverines win a title as well. Obviously, we know his stint in Boston as well, from 01 to 2019. We can list all the teams. I don't need to talk any more about Massachusetts or Boston or wherever. And now he's in Tampa Bay. So congrats to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I guess enjoy it while you can. I would love to take a huge sip out of that Lord Stanley. Quick last thing, the local kid for the Padres. This is a fantastic story. Daniel Slamarena, in quotations. Daniel Camarena, he's from Cathedral Catholic High School. What a fantastic way to burst onto the scene. And I say burst. So he gets called up from AAA, and he's had a cup of coffee with the team throughout the season. He had a pretty good spring training. And we are getting our asses beat. The Padres are getting their ass beat yesterday by the Washington Nationals. It was 8-0. Max Scherzer, future Hall of Famer, a Cy Young winner in both leagues, you think is going to slam the door. Well, you know what? He ends up walking the bases loaded. Bases are juiced. Daniel Camarena, who was a relief pitcher. He was a relief pitcher coming in and had to spell Yu Darvish. And he stuck it to him. He hit a grand slam, and it was his first career hit. Now, I can rattle you off the name, but it's slipping my mind right now. Daniel Camarena is the first relief pitcher to hit a grand slam as his first MLB hit since 1898. That's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts. So that's just a quick rundown. I had to run it down for everyone. I miss you guys. Me and Dale will be back together soon. Hopefully Monday, get some bets out for everyone. We're getting into a little slow part, but Euros, we have some stuff this weekend. Pay attention to our stories. We are just in the heart of summer now, so that means baseball is here. The Olympics, even though there's going to be no fans, there's going to be some props and I'm sure really funny storylines for us to talk about. So make sure to follow me at Will Galvez. Follow Dale at Arendale_. Follow the boys at JP25 Media. Go subscribe on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's all there. Go follow us. Go support us. We thank you so much. Have a good day.